first of all, I would like to thank all of you for providing this forum. And yes, these are very somber and sad times, and any other discussion right now would feel inappropriate. But it's strange when we were actually having this discussion about Khelne Do. My entry into journalism and my entry as a cricket journalist was at the start of resumption of India and Pakistan's cricket relations. That was when Bedi had brought his team to Pakistan after, I think, a 13-year break. And although it is very, very competitive, the cricket between India and Pakistan, even the Ashes competition between Australia and England is no match for the kind of excitement and for the kind of competitive spirit between the players as well as the fans. But the best thing is that off the field, the friendships that have been formed and the bonds that are created, they have outlasted any other kind of interaction between the two countries. And that, I think, is the way forward that can take the relations forward, and especially at a time like this when there's so much of grief all around. And I know that this is a very difficult and different kind of a pandemic, because earlier, there's a quarter of humanity living in South Asia, and all of our countries carry some kind of a historical baggage with each other. But in times of trouble, in times of sadness, they have come together. I still remember when Pakistan was hit by cyclone. It was the cricketers who brought together a relief 11, and they helped in raising funds for relief. So similarly, now this is such a sad time that maybe the cricketers, and I'm talking cricket because I was a cricket journalist, and also because I've always said that, for this region, cricket is like an alternate religion. That is something that unites everybody across, ethnic lines, across sectarian lines, and across religious lines. I wish there could have been, a relief 11 from different countries, South Asian countries, put together and have a match for not just raising awareness for what India is going through right now, and for even Pakistan is not very far behind, unfortunately, in the way pandemic is affecting us. And maybe not just focus the attention to the relief that is needed, but also to bring people together, tell people that this is the humanity that actually needs to come forward. We can, there are so many differences, and there's a lifetime of differences we've lived through, and probably we won't be able to finish them, in our lifetime, but that doesn't matter. Right now, there's a healing touch that is needed. And Rajdeep had brought up such a nice element into the medical assistance. And I've also put in chat the another instance, which is currently ongoing. I know that kind of tourism is off, but with the help of Jaipur Foot, which is an Indian organization led by Dr. Mehta, there is a Rotary Artificial Limb Center working in Pakistan. And just 2 weeks ago, they celebrated the fixation of 25,000 limb. It's a totally free service that is provided, and that was set up with the help of the Indian team who came and trained the Pakistani technicians on how to fix those limbs. And another, the heartwarming story is that when Iraq was being bombed during the war, a team of Pakistani and Indian technicians went to Iraq to fix the limbs on the amputees over there. They worked together over there, and they themselves, I think they fixed about 1,000 limbs in a few weeks, and they came back from there. So from people to people, I don't think it's difficult, to form those bonds and to take things forward and bring in the positivity. And yes, I also feel that, it shouldn't just take a tragedy to bring us together. We should move forward in other things as well. We need to. We've tried everything else, that hasn't worked. So we really need to talk peace and move forward and be empathetic to each other's problems.
Thank you, Afia. And that is why we formed, as you know, the South Asia Peace Action Coalition, Peace Action Network, to bring together. There have been so many groups already working. There's the Pakistan India People's Forum, there's the Aghaaz-e-Dosti, there's Aman Ki Asha, there's South Asians for Human Rights, there's South Asians for Human Rights. There's so many groups that are working on these issues. And so hopefully this coalition and people here in this meeting are representatives of all those organizations, and also many people who have never been part of any peace building at all either. So we want to just try to give a momentum to this issue and to get people together on one platform. And we have a three-point agenda, which I will maybe share later